Ethan Ralph. Yes, this is a bit early. I do like to talk about Ethan Ralph late in my stream, towards the very end. I like to hide the good stuff towards the end, and Ralph Mail content is always the good stuff. He responded to my Zeet about, and this is kind of breaking my rule, but it's Ethan Ralph, so I'll bend it for a second. Responded to my Zeet saying, "You fantasize about killing, you're offing your mother again tonight. Much more productive than watching the Super Bowl." It's true, that is more productive in a very technical sense. And then I woke up the next morning and I said, "Sorry, your team lost, Ralph, trying to relapse." He coped about his team not winning the Super Bowl by saying the only thing that matters to him is keeping the Buffalo Bills out of the Super Bowl. So even though his team lost, the Kansas City Chiefs coped and sneeded. They kept the look, I'm not a sports ball expert, but I'm pretty sure. Have the Bills ever won a Super Bowl? I'm pretty sure it's a meme that the Buffalo Bills have never won a Super Bowl, right? Buffalo Bills Super Bowls. They have made 4 appearances, but have never won the Super Bowl. So, bro, you're rooting against a team that's never won. So, yeah, chances are they're not going to win. This is another reason why the Super Bowl is so dumb, because it's not even that it's like a band of like mercenaries that don't represent the country as a whole. They don't even represent their location. It's not even like the players for the Kansas City Chiefs are like from Kansas City, or at least from Missouri, or at least from Kansas. They're like from California. They're from New York. They're not even from the U.S. oftentimes. And then they get traded. By the way, here's the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs lost the game. I didn't watch it, but I guarantee you that this is right. They traded my boy. Well, let me find it. I have a thing for this actually, but I didn't pull it up, so because I'm a retarded person. Here it is. Let's drop this in real quick. Skip ahead. I wasn't going to mention this right now, but I figure I'll do it right now. The reason why the Kansas City Chiefs lost, and if somebody was like, "Josh, you're rooting against Ralph's team. Don't you know they have L'Jarius Sneed?" No, he's on Tennessee Titans now. They traded him. Immediately after they won the Super Bowl last year, they traded L'Jarius to the Tennessee Titans. So that's why they lost. They had their meme card. They had the meme magic on their team, and they disregarded it by whatever bullshit rules allowed them to just arbitrarily shuffle their own players. Like, what is even the point? Like, honestly, what is the point of the game? If your team is like just trading players, if some guy from Tennessee or from California is playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, and then he gets traded to the Tennessee Titans, like, there's no... You're not. We're just rooting for the jersey colors. You're like that lady who sang that song, like, "I'm wearing Tennessee orange for him." It's like you're just rooting for the color. Yay, orange guys! It's so fucking gay. I root here's my sports team. I like whatever team L'Jarius Sneed is on. Okay. Anyways, so. He lost, and he copes by saying that the Buffalo Bills didn't win. Well, the Buffalo Bills weren't going to win because, this was the second prong of this. The other thing, besides the fact that they trade the players around, when you win the Super Bowl, right, then everybody runs out and they buy the Kansas City Chiefs merchandise from the NFL.com, and NFL makes shit zillion dollars, and the Kansas City Chiefs make shit zillion dollars. Well, then they have a shit zillion dollars, right? So then they can just go and say, "Hey, we want your best player from this team and your best player from this team," and then they can just pack their team with the absolute best of the best. And the Buffalo Bills, who haven't won a game ever, have no money, and they gotta like recruit whatever like tier 5 player they can onto their team, right? That's how it. Just like, I don't know, how could you possibly care? Anyways, there's another thing he was coping about. He said something like 38 years ago. He was glazing black people. That was for the slide. "Congratulations to these Alabama Crimson Tide legends, Jalen Hurts and Heisman winner Devonta Smith. Chiefs lost fair and square." So even when he loses, he's like, give me, I need to pay respects, my deep held respects to these ebony gods who rule over. These ebony gods are so high above Ethan Ralph that if they were to take a shit on him from the sky, it would fall on them from such a height that Ethan Ralph would think that God himself had just taken a big diarrhea dump right on his head. That's how high up these Kangs are over Ethan Ralph. And he acknowledges that. And he goes on Zed and says, "Oh boy, I love you so much. I love you so much. You're so good at passing that ball. You're so good at passing that ball. Your skin color is so smooth and chocolatey. I love you so much. So cringe. I hate people. I've come to this realization. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to play it. Oh, God. Okay, this was a Super Bowl advertisement. This is a precursor to something else I'm going to be talking about. And there's another thing I was going to say. He paid millions of dollars for this. Yeah, I'll get into it. I'll just play this. Oh, shit. Spoiler alert.
So what's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to Yeezy.com.
So that is a multi-million-dollar Super Bowl advertisement. And appears that Kanye West was high on laughing gas after getting his teeth done. So he just shot a little Vidaruski to just put on the Super Bowl, no big deal. To advertise Yeezy.com. Well, as shameful as it is for me to take sponsorships and play advertisements like this, if you were to go to Yeezy.com right now, the website would be down, surprisingly. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I figured I would give some foreshadowing to future topics. PlayStation. This is the video game suck segment, which is becoming a thing. I don't even play video games anymore. I've been watching people playing video games. You know what I've been watching recently? I've been watching literally 10-year-old replays of some guy with a voice changer called Chalanqua, who's the best player that Dota 2 has ever seen. And he shits on kids all day, and I just watch these videos and I have lost control over my life. Anyways, PlayStation lost the PSN network and went completely down for 20 hours without any notification from PlayStation, which of course means that all online multiplayer games, the hamster, that's of course, very important if you want to play any online games, but here's the real fun thing. It's very important if you want to play games that don't require an internet connection at all your single-player games, because you have to phone home to the Sony headquarters to make sure that you have a license for the game that you have put into your computer. Otherwise, it won't let you play it. And because people figured out a long time ago when they first started doing this that you could just unplug the thing and then you could play the game, even if you did pirate it, they said, okay, well, we'll fix that by making an always online connection. So now for 20 hours, people had a product they had paid money for on their computer ready to go that they couldn't play because PlayStation Network couldn't be reached because of no fault of their own, which is just egregious. And it's like, I want to stress to everybody, this is literally not normal. This was never the case. This has never existed in the thousands of years of human history until 2016. Like somewhere between 2008 to 2016, this is when it became normal for a corporation to hold you by the balls and squeeze your cock and balls whenever it pleased them. And you never own anything ever. It was never a thing. When I was growing up, it was never a thing. You went to Walmart, you bought the Diablo 2 Collector's Edition, you put in the disc, you could play Lord of Destruction all day, every day. You could play it offline if you wanted to. Not anymore. You'll never have that again. These kids these days, if you're younger than 18, you'll never know that experience, and you'll never have it again.